Hello kings, queens, and non-binary nobles. Today I want to talk about the recent allegations made against Danganmandy. Danganmandy is a popular YouTuber with over 90k subscribers and mostly posts Danganronpa content, though she has done videos on different topics as well. Recently, a Twitter thread and Google Doc came out that accused Mandy of some pretty awful things. So I want to go over the doc, the screenshots shown in the doc, the responses made by friends of Mandy and Mandy herself, then finally my overall thoughts on the situation. Before I get started, I want to leave a content warning. This has to do with the things Mandy has been accused of. I also want to say, and I can't believe I have to say this, but just because Mandy was alleged to have done these awful things does not mean you get to misgender her. Respecting pronouns is incredibly important. You are doing nothing but being an asshole by not respecting her pronouns. Now that's all out of the way, let's get into the video. The Twitter thread was posted July 2nd. In it includes a link to the Google Doc which contains the allegations and screenshots. Nothing else really of note here, but a thing I'd like to point out is that most people in the replies were supportive of the person making the Twitter thread and coming out with that evidence. I am going to go over most of the doc in this video. Some things I am not going to read out loud because I either already stated it or it's the screenshots and I don't feel comfortable with reading the screenshots out loud. I am going to include screenshots of the doc in this video, but if you would like to read the doc yourself, I will include the link in the description and in a pinned comment. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna start reading the doc. Mandy is an emotional abuser, a pedo, a cheater, and a groomer. For far too long, the truth about Mandy has been hidden from a good chunk of the Danganronpa fandom. She managed to get a lot of clout on Danganronpa Twitter until her IP ban. If you were aware of the things that had happened last year on Danganronpa Twitter and fan bases adjacent to Danganronpa, you would recall that she got called out for incidences of racism and scamming. All she did was basically write a tweet longer, blocked people who called her out, and ignored it afterwards. Those callouts barely scratched the surface of how horrible Mandy is. Mandy is a cheater, a pedo, an emotional abuser, and a groomer, and I am repulsed that I never came out about this sooner. But honestly, I was scared. I did not want to be shut down for spreading false accusations or some bullshit. But I am tired of sitting in silence while Mandy gets away with this. She needs to atone for what she has done, everything wrong she has done. Okay, so next the doc goes into the pedo and grooming allegations. Mandy is a pedo. She has sexted constantly with a minor ever since they were 15. This was a constant thing. Some context before I show the screen caps though. Mandy used to go by the name Miko, which is the name in 2 of the screenshots below. The minor involved has asked me not to out them, but everything here is true and verified. This is absolutely indefensible. Mandy was a grown adult and the person involved in these DMs was a minor. Mandy kept this going for a while now, not seeing anything wrong with it. My own personal experiences with Mandy were never this explicit, but it went close enough. Notice how she forgets my age at the time. Recognize the fact that she was at the time a moderator of a Discord server we were both in, where my age was known, and also recognize the fact that she in fact does like minors that way, considering the previous DMs with the minor who wishes to remain anonymous. This is a lousy excuse for what she has done. Okay, that was all the screenshots and what the person had to say on the grooming and pedo accusations. Now the doc gets into the cheating/emotional manipulation accusations. Mandy has cheated with her significant other when they were dating. Again, out of respect to the former significant other has been made anonymous, but everything is verifiable. These DMs show Mandy admitting that she cheated on her significant other and basically guilting her significant other into staying in the relationship. This is straight up emotional manipulation and inexcusable. Okay, so that was everything about the actual allegations. The final bit of the doc is a final statement from the author. I'm going to show it on screen for people who want to read it. With this Google Doc coming out, multiple content creators, including Mandy, made a response to this, and I want to go over each one. First, Danganmandy's response, because that is the most important one, then her friends' responses. So yeah, I'm not going to read Danganmandy's entire response because there is some useless information put into it. You can pause the video if you want to read the whole thing. I want to address the statements and allegations that have been discussed and brought up by multiple different YouTubers. They have brought up serious allegations about me that have been happening for over the past 4 years. I already know that people are disappointed in me and that this behavior isn't acceptable, which I apologize for. I apologize to the victims and to anyone who was a fan and does not want to support me anymore. As mentioned in their statements, I will be leaving the community and stop making videos to help improve my mental health and be a better person. Unfortunately, I have made a lot of mistakes in my life, and this was a case of going too much over the line. While I don't want to admit it, I think it's better I tell the truth so I can actually atone for what I've really done. I unfortunately have a really bad habit over the last 4 years of doing ERP with other individuals, with DMs of me not confirming their age while other cases I have. I know how disgusting this is, and I've wanted these past mistakes out of my head for a long time. While I won't go into personal details, I believe I had ERP'd so much was because I felt lonely in my life. I understand this is not an excuse, and I'm not using it as one, just letting people know the truth instead of the exaggerated lies that have come forward. I want to clear up multiple things before I go, as a lot of lies have been brought up and some stuff wasn't cleared up in the YouTuber's statements. The 31-page document I made and the set of screenshots taken in 2018 to 2019 from the Ryan document were over a year and a half ago. The date was not brought up in these statements. So I've seen a lot of people in the comments believe both the document and my 31-page response to be recent. These are, and like I said, were made over a year and a half ago. I still stand by all the information I presented in that document, as the person behind the original document has lied about me quite a few times, and making assumptions about me to get more people to hate me. In addition, I have received an overwhelming amount of death threats. It's clear you don't know how to let someone better themselves on past mistakes, or that you don't take this situation seriously, and don't care for either side of the situation. There is a lot more context and information I could give about all the situations, but it would be pointless when the statement is to apologize and atone for my mistakes. I understand how upsetting this is for a lot of people, and all I can do is apologize to both you and the victims. I am sorry. I am unsure if I will return to the community or leave forever. For now, I want to focus on myself and talking to professional therapists to help better myself as a person. Thank you. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, I want to share some of her friends' responses because they also give some new information about the allegations. According to Weeby Newz, when contacted, Mandy did not deny that the allegations were true. Super High School Level Blaze also has made a statement on this. According to them, they got in contact with one of the victims. In their post, it states, "I got to talk to Dr. Wolf Knight, one of the victims, and they told me Mandy did know they were underage at the time, age 15 to be exact, and they would engage in ERP as well as romantic talk." Wolf then went on to add that eventually this took a toll on her mental health so bad that they attempted twice. Here are the rest of her friends' statements that didn't really add anything new. Okay, so I am recording parts of this section on a different day because I felt like I had more to say on this situation, and I had made new observations in the time span of recording and editing. So yeah, on with the video. I am honestly not sure about Mandy's apology. It's fine, I guess, but I think there are some major problems with it. I think Mandy should have made a video apology. More of her subscribers will see the video rather than a community post. I also thought there were points in the apology where she was trying to gain sympathy, like saying she was very lonely. While she did say sorry, she should have said sorry more to the victims, because those are the people she actually hurt. Mandy also failed to mention the other accusations made in the document. If you didn't do the things mentioned, make people aware that you didn't do those things. I find this situation pretty similar to the pyrocynical drama. They both did risque roleplay but did not verify the minor's age. But with Mandy, it's a lot worse, because it's a pattern of behavior. Mandy kept not verifying age when starting these roleplays. Mandy also kept doing these roleplays with a minor she knew the age of. Pyro only did it as a one-time big mistake. Mandy has done it many times. Mandy, I don't think you should return to the internet. Many people know that there are a lot of minors in the Danganronpa fandom, so this behavior is incredibly irresponsible and creepy. Please, just don't return. For the scamming, racism incidents, cheating, and emotional manipulation claims, I'm going to remain neutral. With the first two, I don't know how true they are, and with the second two, I think more evidence needs to be presented. So yeah, those were all my thoughts on the recent Danganmandy allegations. All the sources I used for this video will be put in the description, and I will include updates in the pinned comment if necessary. Thank you and good night.